season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Power football with the run. Past the first down marker and still running. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line and they'll move the chains. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
Fires to the tight end. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. You play so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
He got loose, almost ousted, finally dragged down at the 32. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Stockton. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The inside handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Pulls and fires complete. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. And you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there.
Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. He's looking deep. He makes the catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. To the air. It's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. On the ground, it's Frazier. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Georgia going up tempo. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Tosses it incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's reeled in. It's Moore. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He gets a hand on it. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Picked off
so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Using his legs, it's Haynes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Here comes the heat. Got a man, it's Williams. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Complete to the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fights off the defender. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I like a little bit of this down near the goal line. I like getting the ball to maybe a wide receiver, a skill guy out on the perimeter as quick as you can. Because, again, all those big bodies come into goal line situations. They're not going to let you run up the middle. Going to be really stout. So I like changing it up. Nice positive game. Didn't get the touchdown, but now you got a couple plays maybe you can.
How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come into the end zone? He goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Frazier.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Branch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
That's caught. It's Haynes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Davidson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Those big dogs up front are controlling the game, and they have this running game by the throat.
Yeah, just absolutely dominating up front, and this is what they do. This Georgia defense, their priority every single game, stop the run. Make sure you don't get that far going. That is a non-negotiable for a Georgia defense.
Around the end, it's Haynes. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
Decision time right here. I like going for it. You're playing on the road. You have an opportunity to take the crowd out of it a little bit here. Why not just line up quickly and just try to run the ball?
Yeah, stay aggressive. I mean, you want to shut these people up. You want to quiet them down, but field goals don't do that very often. Try to go for the touchdown right here.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. And I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal, they're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch. Huge job and huge execution on 4th down.
And he added the extra point.
21.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That lead is now 10, down to a 2-possession game, and it's on this offense to try to stretch it back out. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Buys a little extra time. On the move, he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Spits it out to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Frazier. He gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call.
Turning it on. Lowers those pads. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points. Game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Arkansas State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. With the catch, it's Haynes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Right on the money. Turns it on in midfield. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tiger.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Working on the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Looking to buy time. They get to him as he throws.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Grab near the sticks, it's Moore. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. The give on the option. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Trying to get behind the defense. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Diving for the score. He loses the football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. There he goes. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost to pick up a first down at the 23.
Ball game like these guys have all day, dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Breaks the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. You just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent. We didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team. Offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is they wanted to get accomplished today in all 3 phases, David, they were better.
Yeah, and listen, at this point, I don't really care about the beauty contest. Like, your goal is to survive in advance. You played a really, really good opponent. You took care of business and continue to stay above them in the rankings, which is the only thing that matters at this point in the season.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected.